Hi everyone, welcome to my second shard draft. I'm not opening very many exciting packs at the moment. No rare bomb that we can slam, and there are really not many options worth considering. I've actually been having a lot of success forcing poison recently, but that can't really go on for much longer because people are going to realise that poison's one of the best strategies eventually. And Ember Smith is one of the reasons you'd want to go red for. He's one of the big 3 red uncommons, and he's just better than all the other cards in the pack. It's not really looking at anything that might table. I suppose the Gavalier might table, which is something I've had increased respect for recently in a deck full of equipments. But yeah, we just take the Ember Smith and don't really think about it that much. Having said, I'm not going to force poison this time. Tangle Angler is, apart from having a ridiculous name, it's one of the reasons you would want to start drafting poison. It is one of the better poison creatures, basically. Infect, sorry, I keep saying poison. I mean, we could stay on colour with Replica, or take, I don't know, like a Sunspear Shikari. But because the rest of the pack is pretty weak, I think it's worth just taking the Angler. I mean, Ember Smith can go in a non-poison deck anyway. I mean, we now have 3 cards that are good in the poison deck. Or 4, I guess, if you include the Strider Harness. Palladium Mirror is really good in sealed, but I don't really like it that much in draft. There's not that much you want to ramp into. And he doesn't contribute to much other than Metalcraft. Having just taken the Angler, I guess we just keep taking poison guys. I didn't used to like Ichor Mirror, but I think I actually prefer him to Blight Mamba now, just because he's impossible to block. You don't need to keep mana up on the attack. So yeah, I'm going to take this. He also triggers Ember Smith, which is a nice bonus if we do end up some kind of red-green deck. And then not a whole lot here. I guess the options are Idol, Mir, Glinthawk, Stag. Glinthawk and Stag are kind of a white signal, and I do really like white. Or Fume Spitter, I guess. I don't like Fume Spitter that much. I mean, there's a lot of good white cards. Glinthawk Idol's almost a white card too. But I think rather than abandoning the Poison Pan straight away, I'll take the Mir, which is playable in the Poison deck. I mean, he stays on defense. Angler is a pretty good defensive card, so it won't necessarily be the all-out aggro version. So yeah, I'm going to take the Mir and just keep my options open. If more white cards come, then I might just switch into that. Although, in this pack there are neither white cards nor poison cards, and therefore I'll take one of the only playables in the pack. Acid Web Spider's pretty good. He's really hard to get through. There are really very few guys that get through him. And yeah, I mean, we want to play that Ember Smith, but we haven't seen much red coming around. Red's the best colour, which means it will get drafted quite early. There are a lot of red commons and uncommons that people take early, like Blast, Ember Smith, Oxida Scrap Melter. So, I mean, red's likely to be one of the colours people go into early. So, yeah, I just not abandon Ember Smith necessarily, but there's no reason not to take the poison guy here. There wasn't anything else in the pack that made me want to go into another colour or archetype. And again, another reasonably weak pack, but I mean, it looks like green is open, I guess. I mean, we can go green without poison, even though we'll lose a couple of cards. Tangle Angler is fine without the poison theme. And I'm pretty sure I've seen this pack already. This is like the exact same print run as the other pack. I'm going to take the Stag. The Stag's really good. It's really underrated at the moment, but it's really good. I mean, it's either that or an on-colour reasonable card. And we're not necessarily in poison. Yeah, I'm just going to still keep my options open. It means if I open Sunblast Angel or something, then I haven't lost quite so many cards. And I guess for that same reason we'll take Fume Spitter. It means I can still go black, rather than the Culling Dace, which isn't that good. Really not much playable there. Well, two of the cards we considered have indeed come back. I mean, it was a pretty good pack, I guess. I'm not sure which to take out of these two. suppose I'm more likely to play the artifact. Yeah, because Embersmith is better than Glimmer Point Stag. So I'm more likely to play the red artifact. This might combo with something. Although, I just kind of snap took that because I don't usually consider Terranax, but that's because I'm not usually green without playing Infect. It looks like I might be this time. I probably should have taken that Terranax. Oh well. Something that I just didn't consider. So not the Sunless Angel I was looking for. There's another pretty tough pack. What are the options? Turn to Slag, Origin Spellbomb, Barrage Ogre. What do we have so far? We're going to need to make a decision on colours soon. I think I might end up red-green and ignore the Infect. Like I said, Tangle Angle is fine without an Infect deck. I mean, the 2 red cards cost 5 annoyingly, which these cards do as well. But as much as I like the Artifact Visionary, I also don't want to take a white card. I mean, I would take a good Artifact that keeps some options open, but there aren't any in this pack. I'm going to take the Barrage Ogre. I think I like him a bit more than Turn to Slag. I might be wrong on that though. And having just said I might have to ban Infect, this is basically the best card in the back. Yeah, there's not much else in there, so I'll just take the Swiss Bearer. Our deck's looking like a bit of a train wreck at the moment, but hopefully we can make something out of it. Silver Replica's really good, but I think I just need to keep pushing this. It looks like Infect is open in this direction because people would snap up the Angler if they were playing Infect, so hopefully we can end up with a reasonable number of Infect cards by the end of this pack and then jump back into it pack 3. Ouch. Sadly, this is the one colour we're definitely not in. And there's a pretty good Infect guy here, so I'm just going to take that and hope the Rains doesn't wreck me. We can't branch out into a 5th colour at this point. I mean, it looks like we've abandoned white, but we're still any number of green, black and red. Although having said that, another Contagious Nim might push us towards black. I don't really like Black Cleave Goblin. He's too weak for the haste to make up for it. His toughness is too low. So yeah, I'm going to remove the Stag because we're not playing that. I can probably remove this Melt Terrain as well. Another pack with pretty much nothing in it. Quarter Shield? I suppose a Quarter Shield is reasonable in fact. I've never really used it in an Infect deck, but theoretically it seems fine. More good blue cards. Probably should have been blue, but oh well. I'm not going to take another 5-drop. I kind of want to be in black because it means we can take... I've forgotten the name. The card that gives +1/+0 and Infect. Because I mean that on a Molder Beast or an Acid Web Spider is pretty good. So yeah, I guess this is a card I'm most likely to play. And I'm almost definitely playing this Ichthylme here. That's a bit of a gift this late. But I mean, there's still good blue cards going around. I mean, these are really good too. So there's just good cards in all the colours at the moment. Well, I don't like Black Cleave Goblin that much, but he says Infect, so he's worth taking. Not much of any good here. This is completely useless against us, so I hope someone else does play it. I guess I'll take the Disperse. I've yet to see Assault Strobe put to good use, so I'm happy to pass it. Yeah, it's pretty good that I'm looking to not go red anymore because red was one of the colours I thought was being cut in the first pack. So hopefully we just get the fix up with Infect Guys, open a Plague Stinger or something, get a couple of Untamed Mites, and we might be able to build a deck out of it. I won't hide the Embersmith just yet because I might play it if I end up short on playables. Still no bomb rare, but there is a Plague Stinger, and there's a likelihood we'll table one of these Infect Guys. Well, yeah, we'll almost 100% table one of them, because there are 3 pretty good Infect Guys that we'll happily play. The Plague Stinger is the best just because it has evasion. This is one of the premium Infect Guys that you really want to pick up. So yeah, I will take that. And the Fallen will probably table. I don't know about the artifacts, because obviously they'll go in. I mean, Necropede goes in most decks even if they're not Infect. And the Fallen is... I don't really like the Fallen at the moment. I thought it was really good when the set first came out, because Mirrodin and artifacts and all that, but he has dropped in my estimation significantly. Not a whole lot here, but I guess I take Tainted Strike. That's a card name I was trying to remember. It's a shame to pass the Arrest, but I'm not going into white for it, so... Still not a lot. Guess it's Blackleaf Goblin or Silhouette Lifestaff. No, I've got enough Infect Guys at this point, I think. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'll happily take the Lifestaff. It's good with all my Infect Guys, so that's fine. Cyst Bearer, Tangle Angler, and Plague Stinger especially. So 3-3 is significantly bigger than a 2-3, sorry. And Tangle Angler, obviously, I don't need to explain what's good with that. And same with Plague Stinger. I think I can hide the Embersmith at this point. 18 playables if I play everything that's here. So yeah, we need a couple more. Well, not a couple, 5 more. Black Member, I guess. Yeah, it's the only Infect Guy in the pack. Do like drafting Infect where you don't... the only things you need to consider are, does this card have Infect, yes or no? How many full mirrors? Too many. It's quite a tough pick here, actually. The 2 Infect Guys are the obvious picks, but then a case can also be made for Tainted Strike and Bladed Pinions. And I'm kind of edging towards Opinions, actually. I mean, there's so few things that beat Opinions on, say, Cyst Bearer, both defensively and aggressively. I might regret it, because obviously in the Infect deck you need the critical mass of Infect Guys, but I'm going to take the Pinions. You also need ways of pushing through. Vector Asp is one of the few Infect Guys that I'm not happy to play. But I'm not sure if I need this Horizon Spellbomb particularly. No, I guess I'll take the Vector Asp. I mean, I have the Embersmith, but I doubt I'll... Well, I don't know, then again I might splash it. Yeah, I don't really need the Vector Asp. I'll take the Horizon Spellbomb. I might end up splashing if I don't end up with enough playables. Hate draft this, I guess. Then we see if... it's not this pack, is it? It's the one after we see if one of the Infect Guys tabled. But yeah, still nothing in this pack. Oh wow, none of them tabled. I guess we're competing pretty hard. I didn't realise, actually. I thought 2 of them at max would go. Alright. I guess I misread that draft. Oh, I think we still ended up with a deck, so that's fine. We've got 2 Tangle Anglers, and they're some of the best Infect Guys. Looks like red was open, which is odd, because in the first pack, red seemed really unopen. Or whatever the word is. Closed. No, that doesn't sound right either. You know what I mean. Yeah, so we did end up a few playables short, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because it means we can play this Embersmith and potentially a Panic Spell Bomb. I mean, my mana base isn't that demanding. I only have one double green, so I suppose Tangle Anglers want more than one green as well to be used efficiently. But I don't really want to play a Moriok Reaver, and so I think I might play this Panic Spell Bomb. I mean, it's fine in the Infect deck, just overall. Even if you don't get the red, it's still fine to force through a bit of damage. So we shall suggest, it suggests 2 mountains, and yeah, I think I'll probably agree with that. I have 2 black 1-drops technically, but I'm fine for them to not be played on turn 1, especially the Tainted Strike. Because, I mean, the Fiendsmith is not going to be an attacker, it's just going to be a bad removal spell. Or 2 damage with Tainted Strike. But, anyway, so 8/7/2 seems fine. Just check there's nothing else I'd want to splash. I mean, I'm not going to play any of these other guys just because they're straight damage guys, they don't achieve anything in my deck. Trinket Mage for Silver Life Staff would be cute, but I think the Embersmith is a more powerful effect. Be good if I had a grafted battle gear or something. No, what's it called? Exoskeleton, sorry. Grafted Exoskeleton, because then I could ping them with poison. But yeah, I guess this is fine, and I'll see you for round 1.